Oh, well, you're not on the team at the moment. You have another thing. Hey, welcome back to you guys, Wednesday, August 28th. Let's see, thank you for liking and subscribing. Let's see, from there we're going to get to stuff behind me. There's a bell work, which is the thing right there. It's today's date, number 3, Ink Me Up. Quiz coming up on Friday. Your book report book, show it to me by Friday at the very latest. And then there's also the speech team for those of you who really like the sound of your own voice, much like I do. You can sign up, and there's a call out during Best tomorrow. Then, here is what you are doing for our bell work that we're going to get to here in just a moment. For each of these statements, you're going to give me your opinion and tell me why you agree or disagree. Not just the word agree or disagree, but the part where it says up there, right there, tell me why you feel that way. So I want your opinion and your thoughts. For those of you who are here playing the live version, we're going to see your thoughts. I'm going to see if you guys agree or disagree on each one. So when I read it, I'm just going to ask you if you agree or disagree, and then you'll raise hand for agree, raise hand for disagree, go from there. Number 1, I would happily get a tattoo now if given the chance. Wait, before we do agree or disagree, do not follow other people. Go with your own heart. Right. If everyone else feels differently than you, you still go with what you feel deeply for you. All right. I would happily get a tattoo now if given the chance. Agree? And disagree. Interesting. 2, my parents would allow me to get a tattoo if I asked. Someday. Agree? Disagree. Interesting. 3, the government should not control what parents can do with their kids. Agree? Disagree. Huh. And 4, a junior high kid getting a permanent tattoo should be illegal. Agree?
Wait, illegal or legal? No, that's
illegal. Okay. And disagree. All right, we'll have some conversations. So, to give you a heads up, for those of you doing the home version, on my website, you go to the short story page, which is right above the one we did yesterday, which was the book report page. And you're going to find the thing that says nonfiction article tattoos, and you're going to be downloading this thing, which is the story we're getting ready to do. For those of you playing the live version with me, look at the one that says Jesus Loves. So we're going to do the Jesus Loves one first. So with this one, I oftentimes, because I'm old and boring, will read random articles that pop up on my news feed. And one popped up last year as I was reading through that said, Mom arrested over 12-year-old daughter's tattoo. And I was like, ooh, I'm intrigued. Clicky click. And I read it and I was like, ooh, makes fun for discussion. So anytime I do a nonfiction article with you, like a newspaper article, they're typically along this line of stuff. Things that I find interesting that I would like to have a discussion with you about. This one qualifies as interesting and is definitely stuff that I would like to have a discussion with you about. To help you out on the quiz next Friday, not the one this Friday, but next Friday, this story will be on that quiz. There'll be questions from there. What the questions will be are along these lines. 1, as we go through it, mark on your paper, not in notebook, it's not homework, it's just to help you. If you come across anything that surprises you, just mark it. Just put a little thing next to it, because you don't want to say, hey, was there anything in this story that surprised you? And I'd be surprised if nothing surprises you, because it's a pretty startling article. And then 2, mark anything that you can guarantee me is a fact, or can guarantee me is an opinion. If you're not sure, don't mark it. But if we get to a thing and you're like, oh, that's definitely a fact, boom, mark it. If you're like, that's definitely an opinion, boom, mark that one. All the other ones, you can just ignore. If you mark nothing on here, that's fine. It just means that the quiz next week is tougher for you. So I'm just trying to help you make future use life easier. But for some of you, you like a challenge. So we're just trying to help you as best we can. All right. Mom arrested over 12-year-old daughter's tattoo. The mother of a 12-year-old girl has been arrested after a Jesus Loves tattoo was spotted on her daughter's shoulder. The tattoo, which also featured a blue-green cross, was seen by a 5th grade teacher at Armco Sargent Elementary in Newton, Georgia, during a school dance when the girl wore a strapless dress, according to 11 Alive Atlanta, the news organization. The teacher called the police to report it. Each of the parents had a different story, and it boiled down to, frankly, just finger-pointing, Lieutenant Jason blah 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 told the news station. The girl originally told authorities that her father forced her to get the tattoo, and that it angered her mother. Later, the girl reportedly changed her story so that say that she had wanted to get the tattoo. The father, meanwhile, told authorities that his daughter had gotten the tattoo at a Super Bowl party. This was confirmed by a video of tattoo artist Brenda Gaddy tattooing several people there, including a number of minors, said Fettner. It's difficult to imagine how, as a parent, you think it's appropriate to supervise or allow someone to give your child a tattoo at that age. Gaddy was arrested along with the girl's mom, Emmy Nolan, 35, who was charged with being a party to the crime. I think it's unfortunate in that the child actually wanted to get the tattoo, said Fettner. It's not like the child was forced to get the tattoo. I think it just comes down to bad parenting. The story of the Jesus Loves tat sparked controversy on Facebook, where 11 Alive posted its report on Tuesday morning. Although tattooing minors is illegal in the state of Georgia, and laws vary by state, with some allowing the tattooing of minors with parental consent, the post asked its readers, are tattoos under the age of 18 appropriate? We're asking because a mom was charged after her 5th grader got this tattoo at a Super Bowl party. Some answered in black and white terms, including one woman who noted, the point of it being appropriate or not is not the issue. It's against the law. There are some things that people just have to wait on. There is a consequence to the action of allowing the child to do it and the artist for doing it. Another said this, under 18 is not acceptable. Kids are impulsive and unable to make proper decisions on their own. Just look at how ugly that tattoo is. She's going to regret it later. The mother should be charged. That's irresponsible parenting. And another commenter said, at that age? No way! I was in my mid-20s when I got my first tattoo, and I'm glad I waited that long. I knew of someone that would do tattoos for kids when I was a teenager, but I never had the guts to do it. I mean, if I had, I would have been stuck forever with something silly. Could have gotten a nasty infection. But others had more surprising reactions. Wait, it is perfectly legal and socially acceptable for mothers to abort their children, but it's illegal and socially unacceptable for mothers to get their child a tattoo? How does that make sense? Finally, though, was the comment from a mother who said her own 15-year-old had just decided to get a tattoo to honor his recently deceased father. So don't judge people, she wrote, because you never know what their story is. So that was the article I found and read. So, first question to you is, anything you found surprising throughout the entire story that pops up? Oh, crikey.
Mine was, I thought that it was surprising that someone would use a tattoo for a 12-year-old.
I could dig that, the fact that a 12-year-old, maybe she thought it was very important that everyone knows that Jesus loves, and so she was trying to advertise that fact. But sure, the fact that a 12-year-old wanted to get a tattoo, I could find the surprise there. Yes, Aiden?
It's not really a fact, but how is a 5th grader 12?
Different ages, they start school different times. Good question. But apparently that one is. I could definitely see that being a surprising. Any other surprising bits? Yes, Perla.
That there were so many people who were very judgmental about it.
Well, one, yes. Two, that does not surprise me because people are really judgmental and throw it out there all the time. But I appreciate you trying to find the bright side of things. Be brave, Marin. No, not brave. I apologize. I didn't try to make you brave on that one. Peyton.
That no one has any surprising things.
Yes, that's not in the article.
But it is surprising.
They do. They're just too scared to talk out loud, which happens quite a bit. It's okay. It just gives me more time to talk, which I'm okay with because I try to let you guys talk, but it happens. So next up, after our surprising thing, let's do this next game, which is facts and opinions. Here's that. Perla. Even another surprising thing?
No
Oh.
opinion.
Well, hang on. Hold on to that one. We'll come to your facts and opinions in a moment. What I want to do is we're going to play the gamey version first. It's not a fun game, but kind of like a game. I'm going to give you I went through and I highlighted random things in mine that I thought were facts and opinions. And we're going to give you a chance to vote on whether you think the thing I chose is a fact or opinion. So you're going to raise your hand on fact or raise your hand on opinion. If everyone agrees, we're good to go and move on. If anyone disagrees, then we have to figure out which one it is. And so we'll go from there. Number one, Second paragraph, it says, the teacher called the police to report it. So on that one, fact or opinion. So if you say it is a fact, raise hand. If you say opinion, raise hand.
No better be raising.
And then some of you guys are just scared to raise hands because your hands are really heavy. You are correct. That one would be a fact on that one. Just straight from there. It's kind of hard to argue. Do you guys know the difference between fact and opinion?
Yes.
Opinion was what you guys wrote up there. A fact is like, I hate children. Let's check on that one. Once again, that's an opinion. Don't nod your heads at that. That was another opinion, you horrible children. Wait, calling you horrible children, fact or opinion?
Fact.
Opinion.
Explains a lot. Marin.
That is an opinion because that is like, well, it's your.
No,
yeah, that's what you
it's
think.
true.
It's
You just
your
tried to define it by
opinion.
using the same word. Now, given, I know some of you are like, well, Mr. Brovicast, I am a horrible child. Well, then again, that's your opinion of yourself. So that would once again be an opinion. LaBelle.
Can I finish? Can I have my emoji ball now?
Did you show it to me? When you get done, you have to walk over here and show it to me. Yeah. Next up, let's go down to paragraph 4. Ooh, this one I think is slightly tougher. So it's that first line in paragraph 4. I tried. The girl originally told authorities that her father forced her to get the tattoo and that it angered her mother. So once again, the girl originally told authorities that her father forced her to get the tattoo and that it angered her mother. Good job. And you did exactly what I said. When you do not just write agree or disagree, you have to give your opinion or I get to make fun of you.
Aww.
Good job. We bonded again. So on that one, let's go with fact or opinion. So the idea, the girl originally told authorities that her father forced her to get the tattoo that angered her mother. If you say that is fact, raise hand.
That is a fact.
If you say it is opinion, raise hand.
She didn't raise her hand.
And,
Oh, Mr. Brody.
and, yeah, you're correct. That's a fact. I tried to make that one tricky because it sounds like an opinion, because it sounds like
It
she
doesn't
lied.
at all.
Because it is a fact that she lied, and I hate to go like, but she lied about it. But apparently you guys are too smart. You know what we're doing.
Yeah, we're not
Okay.
stupid.
Let's not go that far, kid talking.
Some
all
of
the
us.
time.
Well, some of us.
Let's go down to Aiden.
You're basically telling us it's a fact because he's telling us where it is.
Well, yeah, but there's so. Ooh, let's find out. Keep using that information. Let's find out how this goes. Let's jump down to last paragraph, where it says, so I'm telling you it's in the last paragraph, kids are impulsive and unable to make proper decisions on their own. So kids are impulsive and unable to make proper decisions on their own. If you say fact, raise hand. And opinion, raise hand. But it was right there. I told you where it was. Didn't that make it a fact? Oh, you've been sassed.
Finish.
And we can't wiggle. I can't see it. Uh-huh. Now you can grab it. Good job.
Yay!
So why is that one opinion and not fact?
His mom's gonna be
Caitlin?
watching this video.
It's an opinion because that's how one person feels, but that might not be how.
Even though as kids pointed out earlier, but Mr. Brovicast, that's a true opinion. I'm like, well, yes, even though everyone agrees with it, so does not make it an actual fact.
Yeah.
Even though I agree that kids are impulsive and unable to make proper decisions on their own. And we have some kids making examples nonstop, but we're trying to help them as best we can. Ooh, an easier one. Same sentence. Look at how ugly that tattoo is. Look at how ugly that tattoo is. Raise your hand if you say fact, opinion,
Okay.
and
She
why would that would be opinion?
Because
Yes, Isra?
Because other people wouldn't find it ugly, but Daddy would know.
Unlike third period, they said, Mr. Brovicast, no, that's a true fact. Just look
It
at it.
is.
And they do have the example on there of the one there, like Mr. Brovicast, that is a fact. It is an ugly tattoo. And I'm like, wow, we're a little on the judgy side, but
Do you
that's
have any
okay.
tattoos?
Still qualifies as an opinion.
Yeah, his
No,
one is
but I do have a kid with one less point, which is almost the same thing. And if you had gone to the dance last week, you would have seen my lack of tattoos on my right leg.
Your daughter says you also.
Good job. Probably because I have tattoos, because he just keeps losing points. Then I have one last one we're going to get to. The last sentence of the whole article where it says, don't judge people because you never know what their story is. Don't judge people. You never know what their story is. If you go, raise your hand for fact. Raise your hand for opinion. On that one, it would be opinion. Even though, once again, because people have people tell me, like, Mr. Brovicast, but it's true, you shouldn't judge people. I agree. It is true you shouldn't judge people, but that's your opinion that it's true.
What do I-
Other people like to judge all the time. They're like, that's all I do is judge people. You can't control me. Are you judging me? And so because of that, it can work along the same lines. So I read this article, and I thought it was fascinating. Whenever we do nonfiction articles, they'll be along this line. And that's where I thought I was going to stop. And then, a couple weeks later, another one came up along the same lines. And I thought, are you kidding me? Another parent gets arrested for tattooing their child. And this one is even better. So now we're going to go to the side that has the picture of the mom, because I actually found her picture when she got arrested. That is arrested mom on there. We're going to do the same thing again. What is it that surprises you? And then the facts and opinions and stuff like that. And I will tell you, as we go through this one, it keeps getting more surprising as we go through. It starts off with quite the doozy, and then from there keeps getting more and more impressive. Mom arrested for allowing 10-year-old son to get tattooed. If you think that's bad, wait till you find out why. A mom has been arrested for allowing her 10-year-old to get for allowing her 10-year-old son to get a tattoo by a teenaged artist because she was allegedly tired of the boy begging to get inked, according to the news station. The news outlet reported that 34-year-old Nikki Dickinson was charged with first-degree misdemeanor child endangerment and contributing to the delinquency of a minor after a video of the tattoo session went viral. What does that mean happened? Yeah. So not only did she do a dumb thing, she videoed it and then posted it online, which we're going to find out even more about in a moment.
Did you watch the video?
Court documents obtained by the news station read that the 16-year-old tattoo artist, 16-year-old, identified by the Examiner as Kyle Richardson of Lakeview, often gives tattoos at his home. The place also reported that the teen may have tattooed someone who subsequently developed MRSA, which is a deadly staph infection. I put the deadly in there myself because I know MRSA and it's scary. You die from it. The Examiner reported that the artist was charged with performing tattoos in a manner that doesn't meet safety and sanitation standards and tattooing in a manner that does not meet sterilization and disinfection standards. In other words, tattooing when you're not supposed to. It bothered me. I'm a father and I'm a grandfather, said one law official in the news segment, which showed a video of the boy, whose face was blurred out, along with the face of the woman whose lap he sat on, getting his arm tattooed by a young man.
What?
Last week, an onslaught of outrage, Facebook comments led to multiple calls to the police department. The phone has not stopped ringing, the officer said. We've gotten calls from several different states from people that are concerned about the welfare of this child. Because it was posted to Facebook, people all over the United States saw it. They all kept calling in, reporting the same thing. The September 24th video was posted to Facebook by Ohio resident Storm Harrington. Commenters were shocked by the ridiculous incident, and someone noted that the artist wasn't wearing gloves during the session. Others balked at what they said looked like a syringe lying on his table. A woman on Facebook named Jaden Ford, who identified herself as Dickinson's niece, told Yahoo Lifestyle that her aunt won't speak to her about the incident. It boggles my mind that she allowed her son to do that. It disgusts me. He's an innocent young boy. According to the news station, when officers visited the home of the child last week, the boy admitted to asking his mom for the tattoo. However, when the station's reporter communicated with Dickinson via Facebook Messenger, she wrote that the video was fake, but refused to provide further details. Municipal prosecutor Daniel D. Carey could not be reached for comment. However, he told the Examiner that Dickinson allowed the tattoo to take place in unsafe and unsanitary conditions and encouraged and enabled Richardson to perform the service. While Dickinson does face charges, it is not necessarily illegal to tattoo a minor in Ohio. According to Ohio state law, no person shall perform a tattooing, body piercing, or ear piercing with an ear piercing gun on an individual who is under 18 unless consent has been given by the individual's parent, guardian, or custodian. Section B then states that a parent, guardian, or custodian of the minor must appear in person at the business during the time the procedure is performed and sign a document provided by the business that outlines details of the procedure and proper aftercare of the body. However, state laws also require that the procedure meet safety and sanitation standards. What that means is it illegal to get a tattoo in junior high in Ohio?
No.
It is not. What do you have to do to get a tattoo as a junior high kid in Ohio? Who signs it?
Parents.
You have, as long as you bring a parent with you, you can get a tattoo as a junior high kid in Ohio. As long as you get it in an actual tattoo parlor and your parent is there and signs a piece of paper when it happens, they have no problem with it. Whereas in Georgia, it's illegal no matter what under 18, different states, different rules. Marin.
So if you don't want to get a tattoo, but like you got in trouble or something and your parents like force you to do that, so like if you have like a really bad parent, I guess, and they make you do that, and they like sign that, would you still have to do it if you don't want to?
That comes to number 3. The problem is, technically, government can't stop them. Because as long as it's a legal thing to do, it's just like spanking a child. Spanking a child's not illegal. So if you can spank a child, why can you not tattoo them? And that's actually another article I found I was going down. This one was there is a family that was tattooing babies. And it was a religious thing, and they were Christians. And so each time the baby was born, when they turned 1, they tattooed a cross onto their 1-year-old baby. And it goes back to the fact that, technically, not illegal. Because it was a tattoo artist who did it, and they got the paperwork signed, and according to their state law, it was okay. So it comes back to that, technically not illegal, but
Should
I don't
be.
know. Yeah.
Is it illegal for a minor to get a tattoo in Indiana?
In Indiana, you cannot do it until you're 16,
16.
and you have to have a parent with you.
Yeah.
At 18, you can do it without parent. But in Indiana, under 16, you can't do it no matter what. So anything under 16 is illegal. Now, does that stop people? No. Because I know I've seen 16-year-olds who have gotten tattoos before then. But kids also like rob banks and stuff like that and speed in cars. So kids break laws all the time. But as far as the law is concerned, Indiana, you have to be 16 with a parent, 18 without a parent. LaBelle.
That means I can ride a jet ski and get a tattoo on my 16th birthday.
Yeah.
With a parent.
14.
So you have to have a parent with you to get the tattoo at 16. Just so you don't make your plans correctly.
Without a human being?
Yeah.
Without a grown-up?
I mean, like they were next to me, but they weren't.
Yeah, so you have to have it on the vehicle. But when you're 16, you don't have to have it. What?
On a jet ski, I think at 16 you can drive them by yourself. You are correct.
14.
But 14?
No,
I know
that's for
14
waivers.
goes to
14, you can get a boater's license, but...
moped. I have not checked on the other one. That one I don't know.
14, man.
Yeah, 14 is for waiver.
There is your education for today. You now have something to talk to your parents about tonight. What kind of wonderful discussion. Hi, kids getting up, walking around without me having said anything. Don't worry, I got you right here. One moment. Helping that kid out. Helping that kid out.
Stand up, run.
Now take off. I'm done with you.